All right, it's time for our 2026 travel plans. Thank you for waiting for us to let this out there because it took us a little while to get this dialed in.
A little late in the year.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're getting after it now. This is going to be much, much different from what we've done in the past. We're going to do a road trip of the United States of America from one end to the other.
Right, so we're heading from the area of Blaine, Washington, which if you watch our video, that is basically where we're from. We're actually starting from like Semiahmoo, and then we are heading to Key West, and then we will be coming back. So we're gonna kind of hit different areas of the United States during those travels, where we'll share with you kind of a general idea of our route, a little bit later on in the video.
Yeah, we'll get to all the nitty gritty. Now, right now we're down in Palm Springs. So we've started this route already, but we didn't shoot any video from Semiahmoo until we get here.
Right, well,
we shot some video.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We shot some video, but we didn't shoot a video for you because we were with family. Some friends along the way. The weather wasn't really conducive to shoot a video on the Oregon coast.
Right, so we had an opportunity to come down to Palm Springs, and that opportunity had us leaving, honestly, almost a month and a half before when we were going to originally be leaving. And that brought us where we were traveling during kind of winter weather. And it's not fun to film. It's not really fun for you to watch because that's not probably when you would be traveling or visiting there. And so we just really kind of decided to take that time, enjoy time with family, enjoy time just enjoying it, not trying to push a video into it.
And the funny thing is you know, it's much more fun to shoot a video right here on this golf course than it is up on the Oregon coast right now. Because right now where we're from, up in Bellingham, Washington, it is snowing.
Yeah, they were getting snow. Of course, I wanted to see snow this year, and it snowed right after we left.
I'd rather see this.
But now we're here during a heat wave, and it's a little warm, but not humid, so that's good. Enjoying this. So first, we'll kind of tell you what our path was that we did come up, because we did get some footage for you, and it is a beautiful area that you do want to see at some point.
Yes.
So like we said, we were visiting some family. We left from Semiahmoo, gorgeous area. We're right near the Canadian border right there, everything around us. And then we made our way to Oregon, specifically Astoria, Oregon.
Right.
My brother and sister-in-law were there at an event, and so we decided to go and join them. And
the film Goonies, if you're familiar with the film Goonies, if you want to go way back to the 80s, was filmed in Astoria.
I didn't know that until he shared that when we were there. Yeah, and
little side note.
little side note. Spent a little bit of time there and had fun, and then we headed down the Oregon coast, and we hit a lot of different places. Some of my favorites. I haven't been there for over 20 years, and Cannon Beach.
Cannon Beach is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Went to the Tillamook Cheese Factory. That was the first time for Brian.
Yeah, it was on a Sunday though, so the factory itself was closed, but you could still get in and get all those samples.
Right, but if you like Tillamook cheese, it's a place to go. A lot of good cheese there. Check out. So, and then we made our way. We went to Lincoln City. We went to Depot Bay, which is a very cool place along the coast where it is one of the narrowest pathways for a boat to enter into the harbor. And when the weather is really bad, which I have seen that in the past, it's really, really challenging for those boats to get in.
Bad weather. Makes for a lot up us people
Viewers
up on the bridge
above.
viewing. We had some high tides when we were there, so the one boat we saw squeaked through no problem. But it was amazing.
It was. And then we cut inland.
To Eugene, where she has family. And so we saw some nieces and some nephews, and we had a good time in Eugene before heading down to the Sacramento area where I have family. So from there we crossed over and we went towards Lake Tahoe. Yes.
And once again, we would have loved to do a video in Lake Tahoe area. It was really gorgeous, but unfortunately, the wind was kicking through really bad, and it was, I don't know, 30 some degrees.
It was colder than it looked, I'll tell you that much.
And we just, unfortunately, because all the places we're going to be traveling, we really are going to be in warm weather from the time we left Oregon for the next period, which we should add how long our road trip is for.
Right.
We are going to be on the road for about 2.5 months. And 3 months in total if you count going all the way down to Palm Springs as well. But yeah, so we would have loved to do that. But then we went to a cute little town called Ridgecrest and stayed the night there after an 8-hour drive.
If you don't know where Ridgecrest is, you're not alone.
Yeah, it was just the place we found that had a hotel, and stayed over there before we made our final trek to Palm Springs, Palm Desert area.
And here we are.
Yeah.
So from here, how is this going to work? What are we going to bring you? We're going to bring you what we're driving, how we're packing, how we're going to eat along the way. There will be barbecue. There will be some New Orleans a cuisine in there. There's going to be some Cuban food in Florida. We're going to try and hit all the main food stops along the way. Some Tex-Mex maybe. All the things that you would think of.
Right.
The United States does have some amazing food.
It does.
You know, we go to Thailand. We want pad Thai and Thai food. That's all. All these countries have amazing food. So do we here in the USA.
Right. And then we're also going to be covering the costs and everything. So, because there's a lot that goes into planning this road trip that was not, like we were saying, it was a lot of pieces to put together before we knew that this was fully going to be something that we could do. And so let's start with the route.
So what is our actual route? From here?
Right.
We are going to head up through Las Vegas. We're going to stay in Las Vegas, but we're going to do Las Vegas a little bit differently than you might expect.
Well, we both have been to Vegas numerous times, and last time I was there, I actually vowed to myself I would never go again because I really didn't want to. But we're going to an area of Vegas.
What happened, Carrie, in Vegas?
Right. We are going to an area of Vegas that we've never been and have only heard great things about. So we're kind of excited to check it out. Plus, it was a halfway point anyways, and we needed a place to stop. So why not?
From there, Bryce Canyon. We're going to go up into Utah, and we're going to do Bryce Canyon. What's the other one called?
Zion.
Putting you on the spot here, Zion. Zion. We ran into a couple from Utah, and they told us we better pronounce it right. She said it was Zion.
Zion.
He said it was Zion, so they got wrong.
They both were saying it different too, and then they
almost got an argument over it.
So, anyways, we're going to call it Zion for now until we get there.
I'm going to call it Zion. Okay.
There we go.
From there, the Grand Canyon. We're going to explore a little bit of the Grand Canyon, and then
we're heading down towards Scottsdale, which is where Brian's daughter
my daughter's
lives.
is in Scottsdale, yes.
Tempe, Scottsdale area of Arizona. And so from there, the exciting part of this whole trek that we're going on, we basically have a month from that point forward that we have zero plans. There's a lot to see in between those areas of where we're heading next. Yes. And so we have a general idea of things we want to see, but that really is the fun of what we're going to be doing is we don't want to plan that far ahead. Right. We want to go explore as we figure things out, have there be some level of surprise. In our travels in the past, all the travels we've done, we're very planned. Right. Even though you may not plan what you're doing every day, you know where you're going. Right. You're on a flight at a certain place. You have to plan those ahead. This is just really nice.
Well, we want to hear from you. What do you want to see? Where do you want us to go? If you know of that really cool brewery, right? Some barbecue places, some roadside diners. We're going to do the national parks. That we're going to do. Albuquerque. We hear Santa Fe is really cool. I don't know, those bat caves?
Right, the Everglades.
Those sound interesting, the Everglades.
Right, there's so many amazing places that, you look around all the places that we have traveled, we've seen so much, and we're so excited to explore our own country and see all these things that everybody have always talked about. We were thinking we were going to save this for later in retirement. Right. That we were going to do this when we slowed down and settled back down. And it was about a year ago when we started talking, we were like, well, why not now?
Yeah, why not?
So, but like we talked about the money. So people might be thinking, where are you guys going to stay?
Right.
So we're not going to be doing our typical kind of house sitting. We might do a little bit if it lines up, but that's really hard to do when you're not planned out where you're actually going to be. So we're going to be doing hotels. Yeah. Which adds up really fast. Yep. So we're going to really try and stay on track. We have a budget.
We're going to hit some Motel 6.
Yeah.
I talked to Bob Bodette. He's going to leave the light on for us. So
for people who aren't familiar with that probably sounds really funny.
Well,
it's a commercial.
Everybody's familiar with Bob Bodette. And keep the light on for us. So we're going to do that. There's going to be, I'm kind of looking forward to that kind of that inn that doesn't have a name. It's got a name, but it's not a national brand.
Well, like the place, so we have reserved a place, because outside some of these national parks, no matter what time of year you're going, they get booked up. So there are certain places we've had to, as we get close enough, we know when we're going to be there, we've had to book a place.
Yeah.
Refundable in case we want to change it. But we do have a little cabin that we're staying in.
Yeah, that should be fun.
That'll
be a little bit different for us. So,
totally.
So that's the whole idea.
Yeah.
We want to do something a little bit different. Now, there are a lot of YouTube channels that do a fantastic job of what they do. We want to be a little bit different from what they do, I guess. We want to do what we want to do in our own style. So that's the whole goal, that's the idea. We're going to hit those touristy spots. We also want to hit those non-touristy spots and bring you some of that rural America that might be interesting to our Australian friends that are watching. We hear from you all the time, New Zealand friends that are watching. So, and we will get down there one day. We will get down there. So that's what we're going to do. Now also, there's a lot more to this.
Right, and so the other area when we're Sam, on the same budget, on the same topic of cost, is food. You know, when you are looking at not being in a place where you can cook meals at all, which is our go-to to save money, people immediately say, how are you going to be able to afford this eating in restaurants 3 times a day? Well, first off, we're not going to eat in restaurants 3 times a day. We are not that big of eaters, and that would add up so fast. We're going to do simple things. We'll get into kind of all that in a little bit later. We're going to show you some stuff, but you know, you can go into grocery stores and you can get salads that are pre-made. You can get stuff like that. We did that on the way down, the way down.
And we're fine.
And we were just fine, you know, but we are absolutely, like Brian said, going to enjoy the good food. You know, we're going to be eating in some of these amazing places.
Who's got the best barbecue? Texas?
Right.
Missouri? Or South Carolina?
Well, and if you watch the Food Network like we do, diners, drive-ins, and dives,
yes.
We're really excited to search out some of those places along the way on the path that we are on, and stop at some of those as well.
Yeah, if you know of a place, please let us know.
Let us know.
If you own a place, let us know.
Right.
That'd be really cool. So that's kind of the idea of what we want to do.
So basically, road trip, in a sense, for you, starts here in Palm Desert. We've already started filming here. Absolutely gorgeous area.
This does not suck at all.
No, it does not suck. But what's so cool about this area is there's so much to do around here that we've already done. We did Joshua Tree, which was really cool.
Yeah, don't give it up.
No, we're not gonna give it up. You're gonna see that video very soon.
She almost gave the whole thing up.
I did, and I just want to tell you all about it. Now, if you watched last week's video, you saw what our budget was for 2025. It was higher than it's ever been. We knew that. We also knew that this year there was the plan to have it much lower, and we're hoping to be able to do that with doing what we're doing.
Yes. Now, gas prices are a thing. They have gone up, obviously, and we're just going to have to deal with that.
Yep.
We're in Southern California right now. We've seen $6 a gallon already. It's averaging about 5.5, maybe a little less than that, depending on where you're at. But we hope the further east we go, it drops.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the highest that we have seen. This was 5.29 is the average here in California.
Right.
And so, you know,
Chime in. Where are you from? Let us know how much we're looking to pay.
I think this will be the least at this point, or the most that we're paying at this point. So we'll see. But as we were talking about budget, we want to make sure that you know we are going to be sharing with you everything that we're spending, like we always do. We're going to be sharing with you how much the hotel costs that day that we found. We're going to be sharing how much we're spending on gas, how much we're spending on eating out, including if we just stop into a grocery store and get food. So all those costs we're going to be tracking, so that we have our 2026 budget as well. But also we're going to be sharing in these videos daily.
So they're going to be daily. Instead of telling you at the end of the month, each video is going to have what we spent.
So not daily videos, but daily what we're spending.
In that video, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So phase 2, the second half of the year, we'll come home for probably about 6 weeks in the summertime, and then we'll start our next travel plan. If this all goes well, which we think it will, I'm 100% positive it will. You're about 90%?
Yeah, I would say that my concern at this point, and so I think it's going to go great. We're already loving everything, but is the whole being in and out of a hotel every single night. We think we've kind of figured some things out to try and make that as easy as possible, and I'm sure we'll adjust along the way. But that is my that's my area that I think it is going to be a bit challenging. But we're going to see. This is a good test.
It's going to go great.
Yeah.
Take my word for it.
Right.
It's going to go fantastic.
So if it goes fantastic, the second half
of the season, half of the year, Vancouver, Canada, all the way across to Nova Scotia, where we're going to go see our friends up north and do a Canadian tour. We're going to hit, East Coast of North America during the fall. Get some maple syrup.
Yes, go through.
Do everything you're supposed to do.
Beautiful fall colors.
Toronto, the Canadian side of Niagara Falls, again, Quebec.
Right.
Maybe Edmonton. I want to see a moose.
We have heard so many amazing things. Yeah, Brian needs to see a moose. And then make our way back through more central area of the United States.
Central to north United States.
Yeah, hitting some of those places we weren't able to see on this trek is what our plan is. But if it doesn't work out and we're like, okay, we're going to save that road trip for maybe the next year and give road tripping a little bit of a break, we are going to most likely head back to Southeast Asia. There are still so many places that we want to see in Southeast Asia. And we have been putting it off for a while now because there's just so many places to go. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Last time we were in Southeast Asia, we were there for 6 months. By the time we left, we were like, okay, we're done for a while.
Yeah.
The humidity really got to us. But it's been 3 years almost now. And so we're ready to go back. So we have 2 plans for the second half, all varying on how well this goes.
I stopped paying attention when you said Southeast Asia. 100% positive this is going to go great. We're going to see you in Canada.
Yeah, we're excited for that. Okay, so now to how are we actually doing this trek as far as what are we going to be driving, and maybe a little bit about how we packed and what we have, because we are looking for tips from you, for those of you who have road trips. So we are now going to show you all of that. So typically we only bring you maybe 1 video a week. During this road trip adventure, there's going to be times where we're probably bringing twice a week. We would really like to hear from you though, what kind of videos you're interested in seeing from us. We're obviously bringing you destination videos, but we also were planning on bringing videos that are going to cover just a basic day where we're doing really kind of fun stops that we find along the way. That's part of what we're looking more forward to.
Just the road trip itself. If you want to see me driving down the road, that would be just amazing to you. Then say that, and subscribe, because that would be amazing. Who wouldn't want to see that?
Exactly. So, but 4 hours of Brian driving, that would be super exciting. We will not be bringing you that, by the way. All right, so now to how we are actually going to get to where we're going on this road trip. This was the biggest hurdle for us.
Yes, we had to buy a car.
Yep.
Yeah,
bought a car.
I feel like an adult now.
Yeah.
I'm still homeless, but at least I have a car. So no more borrowing the car from the parents or trying to borrow a car from a friend or anything like that. We got our own car.
Yeah, and if you haven't followed us, we started traveling 5 years ago, and when we did that, we got rid of everything that included our car. Like Brian said, for the last 5 years, we've been borrowing for, if we're house sitting, they have a car, or we borrow our parents. So here's our car. This is what we picked out. We got a Honda CR-V. We researched a lot. We knew what we were getting. We actually had it down in between 2 different cars, and this was our choice. And we just kind of knew it was meant to be, because when we walked on the lot, we knew exactly what we wanted, and they had exactly the one. So we just went with it.
If you see a white Honda CR-V on the road anywhere in the United States, honk and wave.
Because there's only a few of them.
There's only a few 100,000 of them, so the odds are it could be us. So make sure you do that.
Yeah.
Now, how do we pack? What else do we need? We need to rely on you for this, because this is our first road trip. So we need to know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Yeah. So, we want those tips from you of, because this is, like Brian said, our first time. It's our first rodeo, as they say. But it is, as far as those little things that you purchase for inside the car to make it easy. One of the things that we got right away.
Carrie is so proud of this.
I am.
She's so proud of this.
I was even more proud.
She thinks this is the coolest thing.
How inexpensive it was. It was like $9. But this is, Brian will have to hop in there and kind of show you. But that is the garbage can. It just hooks on. You could hook it on your seat, or we just hooked it on the middle console. It opens, right, it kind of closes up, but you can just shove the garbage while you're sitting in the driver or passenger seat. It keeps the car tidy. That is a concern.
Makes it so cool. I usually just throw my wrappers in the little center console.
No.
But
so that was a huge concern
no-no.
of mine of road tripping.
Don't do
was
that.
We were going to be having a car that was really disorganized and dirty and messy, and I knew that was going to be a no-go for me. I would not be able to handle that. So anyways, so we've gotten pretty organized. The back seat, as you saw, we'll explain a little bit what we put back there. It's all inside right now because we've been in Palm Desert for a little while. This was the best purchase right here. Brian got this. This is the cooler. And when we were talking about our food and how we're going to be traveling and what we're going to be eating, this is how we're going to be doing it, because this runs, it plugs in right back here, and it keeps it cold while we're on the road. Now, when we are off the road, and the car is shut off, it's going to stop cooling it, but it still stays cool for a long time. We've tested it.
It's a nice chest.
Right. And if you're going to be someplace for a couple days, you can then take this in. It's actually pretty darn light. And it has a plug-in that we can use then inside the hotel room, right? So that is going to be fantastic. The next thing that we have is that we've got our just road essentials, right? Things to clean the car with, the windshield, all that kind of stuff, a first aid kit, garbage bags, all that. We've gotten our bin to put our food in. Right now it's just kind of hodgepodge of stuff. It's going to be snacks, food for on the road.
I love snacks.
Right. Right, does love a snack. Now this was our latest purchase. We just got these. They are still wrapped in their stuff. And these are chairs because there's these really cool like roadside stops and lookouts, and that's where we can make a sandwich.
Carrie makes the best sandwiches too.
Yeah.
She makes really good sandwiches.
He loves anything that's made for him. But you can have anything that, then we can sit, enjoy, and everything. So those are going to be really handy. Now, as far as like what we're taking, that other area that we were having trouble kind of figuring out and making sure that it was going to work well was making sure that when we're going in and out of a hotel every single night, it wasn't going to get annoying.
Yeah, just a big cluster. So we got 3 bags. Our electronics bag, well, we each have 3 bags.
Mm-hmm.
Electronics bag, which I have, goes inside every night.
Mm-hmm.
Can't lose our electronics. I got my sentry items and my comfortable clothes, we'll call them, that I'll sit around on some Motel 6 bed and just be comfortable in. Those will all go in with me. My next day's clothes will go in with me.
Right. We've really tried to make that super simple so that,
Right.
like you said, you've got your bag that has all your toiletries in it. You're going to have those every single night. So those just stay in those bags.
That bag.
The only thing that's going to be coming in and out of those 2 bags that we're taking to the hotel every night are going to be the clothing change outs for the following day.
Right.
Those same comfy clothes, like you said, are always going to be in there. So we think we have simplified it. We will see. We will see. But we do want to hear from you. If you have things that you have put in your car that have made it easier, please let us know. We have not really started yet, and there's time that we can get things along the way.
Yeah, we'll get it figured out as we go.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to wrap this one up.
Right.
But we don't want to wrap it up before we say, please, we're on our way to 100,000. We need you to subscribe.
That would be great.
It's a big goal for us. It's a big deal to us.
It's a big deal for YouTubers in general, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Cheers.